Razor Sharp Studios. It's time for the Big Dog AC Show.
Big Dog AC Show, what's up? We are back. We are happy to be back in the Razor Sharp Studios. It's a great place to be in Oregon.
Yes, hello.
Yes, it's nice. We appreciate you listening. It's been a while since we've done a show. We've kind of been settling in to the new studio. We have a lot of things to talk about. LA Rats. I mean, come on, man. Mm-hmm. You just saw the video. You haven't seen the video.
No, I just saw it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's Nikki, it's John 5, it's Rob Zombie.
Yep.
And I think Jimmy Cafuto or something on drums. Not sure, but exactly what we need right now is those four guys to get together and do that song.
It was good. When I first heard the song, I was like, it's okay. Because Rob Zombie, I love Rob Zombie, okay?
Right.
I have all of his CDs, and I am a huge fan. But he's not the best singer, okay? I'm just going to say that.
He has effects. He does effects.
He has effects, and all the songs that are on his albums are made for him. So, when you get them out of what's made for them, then it's kind of like, well, you can kind of tell that they're not.
Well, and the thing is, you're right about that, but he is, Rob Zombie.
He's Rob Zombie. So,
he is.
Listening to this song again, so for the second time, the beginning is still like, oh, well, I don't know. But then when they start getting it, like when Nikki comes in and John 5, it fucking rocks.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And so then, he fits into the situation.
Yeah,
and
it's a great song. And
I liked it.
I think it was the number one added rock song on rock radio. So, that's awesome. I mean, the video is cool. It's like animation. It's pretty cool, man.
Mm-hmm. It's good to have some new rock music out there.
Yes, it is. Big Dog AC Show. We step into the Razor Sharp Studios. It's kind of still under construction a little bit, but man, I'll tell you what, it's so nice in here. It's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. We appreciate it. Now, when we started the show, I think 7 months ago, it was a party. We had a good time. But the Razor Sharp Studio guys were telling me that I needed to cut back a little bit. So
he had a little bit too much of a party.
Yeah, a little too much of a party. So I'm doing this only with like 3 beers in. And speaking of beer,
almost sober, right?
Yeah,
not really, but almost.
But yeah, they told me, dude, chill out, dude. I'm like, all right. So I understand. I get it. We listened to some old shows, and you can tell from the old shows to the other ones, it was like, what the fuck's Big Dog talking about? So
you gradually had more fun.
Well, it was a big party. I mean, we had snacks and stash, and it was a big party. It was a party before you ever got in the studio, and it was kind of like back in the 80s. It was a fucking party before you ever got in the studio, right?
Well, minus all the drugs and the sex that probably happened. Other than that,
yeah, it's crazy. So now we're going to do this a whole different way. We're going to check it out a little bit different. We're going to run down our monologue. Where the fuck that is.
We don't really have a monologue.
I had a chance to hook up with an old friend of mine via text. I call him Carp. He has his own shop now. I didn't even know, but I knew eventually. I used to ride Harleys with this guy. We go ride. I knew eventually that Carp would have his own shop. It's pretty cool, man. It's Shade Tree Customs. They're in Santa Maria, California. They do everything. They do motorcycles and custom everything. So if you want something done, that's the guy to go see. But it was really cool because he was showing me pictures of what he's built and what he's done. But I always knew that Carp was going to do that. I thought him working with me in the past where we worked was just a job because I knew he would have his own spot.
Yeah.
So he's got the Shade Tree Customs. It's awesome, man. He's got nice cars and bikes.
And he's a nice guy. He's very nice,
really,
super mellow.
He's super mellow, nice guy. If you need something done, you're in Santa Maria, California, or anywhere on that coast, That's the guy to go see.
And you guys, when you would go out and ride, like 3, 4, 5 of you guys called Shade Tree Mafia, right?
I guess, yeah. It was me and Carp and Blair, and man, there was a whole bunch of us who we go riding.
And why was it Shade Tree though? Because you guys kept looking for the shade? Or?
Well, yeah, because we were old and looking for the shade. I don't know.
That was funny.
But it's good. It was good to talk to him and see that he's doing that now. So
that's awesome.
Check him
for
out.
him.
Shade Tree Customs, Santa Maria, California.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
He's gonna send us some merch too, right? So we can like post it and stuff.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can give some of it away. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
If there's a way to do that, we'll do it. So
we can do anything we want.
Yep. Hey, you know what? I've noticed just being online, looking around, a lot of bands are now starting to tour. Lita Ford, you got Tesla, Alice Cooper's back. You've got all these bands touring. Joan Jett, George Thorogood.
Tesla. Oh, did you say Tesla?
Yeah, ZZ Top. A lot of bands are touring now because now they're getting the green light to have people in the stands.
Finally.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah, it's about time. It really is.
Yeah, because we all want to get out there now and come on, let's let it loose.
Yeah. Well, we had tickets to go see Alice Cooper, Lita Ford, Tesla, and they shut that down. So
I know it was right around after we buy the fucking tickets. We're like, we're gonna buy them early. This is when they go on sale. Like, okay, yeah, and then boom, 2 months later,
no, they can't. You can't go. No.
But then Motley Crue, their tour is going to be next year, right?
Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, and Joan Jett. Interesting thing about Def Leppard. Many years ago at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, I was backstage hanging out with Def Leppard, and we were just chilling out. And then all of a sudden, the guys from Metallica were just standing there off to the corner. I ran over there, man. It was like, Metallica? I think they just cut their second or third record by then. Mm-hmm. It was awesome to actually meet those guys. I had nothing for them to sign. Nothing for them. We had no camera, nothing. He signed a do not disturb thing that I pulled off the wall of the hotel we were staying in. James signed that for me, and I still have that. So
that's awesome.
Very cool. I mean,
they're Bay Area dudes, right?
Yeah, they're up there, man. I think they're like San Marin or Marin County or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're up from the Bay Area, but. It was cool, but it was always cool back in the day. It's not like it is now. I mean,
no, I'm sure it's not. And we have some pictures that we're going to talk about then.
Oh shit!
Lead into that.
Yeah.
But look, we got some pictures that I have taken pictures of that I will be posting. But before we do that, let's talk about the beer really quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's do that. Okay, so we're drinking Good Life Brewing Company Sweet As Pacific Ale. I swear, I was like, is this sweet ass? But it's got an exclamation point. It's not. It's Sweet As.
It's actually
Pacific Ale.
It's not a bad beer. It's pretty good.
Well, it's 6.0% alcohol by volume. So, that's pretty good.
How do they put 6.0 in a little can like that?
They pack a punch.
They do.
I don't know. But it is. I mean, I'm drinking it, and you would not know from the taste that it's 6% alcohol. You can feel it after a couple.
Right.
I'll say. But it's really light. And it's smooth, and I can picture, if you're on the beach or whatever, got a bonfire, that you're drinking a whole bunch of these. I can see that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's very good, and it's very light, and yeah, good job. Good Life Brewing Company out of Bend, Oregon.
The thing is ever since they moved the Razor Sharp Studios to Oregon, we've actually had some pretty big beers up here.
A lot of them are from Oregon. I'm sorry. It's not like we're purposely trying to do that. I don't know. I guess we could say maybe we are because we're here, but a lot of the stuff in the stores is obviously from here. Yeah, so we're getting to see a whole lot more, a different variety than what we saw when we were in California.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different. It's, I don't know, we go to this little pub around the corner, Conversion Brewery. It's pretty good, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very good.
We enjoy their beverages, and the people in there are very nice and cool. When you first move to a neighborhood, it's kind of interesting. You're kind of trying to figure stuff out and kind of see what's going on. Mm-hmm. Everybody has been very nice and very cool here.
Everybody has been super nice.
Yeah.
I mean, just just you go to the store. Everybody's nice. You put gas in, and you don't have to pump your own gas around here.
No.
They pump your gas for you, which is.
And they're very nice when they're pumping it.
And I almost feel bad. Like, am I supposed to get out of the car? I'm so used to getting out of the car. But it's like, no, you wait for them. So I'm like, oh, okay. But I don't know. Everybody's just so nice. But honestly, when my grandpa used to drive up here, because he used to have, the cat just hit the microphone. He used to have a ranch up here.
Yeah.
When they would come up here, a lot of people did not like Californians.
No.
From here in Oregon. But a lot of the people we've talked to.
Didn't your dad come with him? He'd
yes.
go with him, yeah.
Yeah, he'd come with them every once in a while.
Because your dad tells me sometimes, oh my God, he drives like a maniac and blows his horn and.
Because my grandpa used to be a truck driver also. So he always used to like the stick shift because he missed like the 18-wheelers, you know, like the double clutch or whatever and all that shit. So, but they didn't like Californians from Oregon back then. And, but a lot of the people now are from California. They're like, oh yeah, I used to live here. I used to live there. Where are you from?
Yeah,
I used to be there.
It just seems like everybody, we go get gas or we go somewhere. They're like, you from California? Yeah, we got the plates on the car. I'm from California. It's like, really? So, yeah, and I'll never go back. That's
what
say.
most people say.
Yeah,
yep. Never go back.
Never go back, ever.
Well, so I'll say the weather's better here where we're at than
we'll take it.
Where we were from.
We'll take it because it's 107 where we were.
Yeah.
We listened to some old shows. Mm-hmm. We got to touch on this a little bit. Because a couple of the shows that we did in the beginning, it was a little different. Now, I got a little carried away, kind of that rock star partying attitude in those shows after that first couple shows. So now we're gonna chill out a little bit.
He's gonna straighten up.
We're gonna straighten up.
Not we, you.
Yeah. Hey, Razor Sharp Studios said, dude, you know, kind of after the show, drink beer, whatever you want to do. And I like to drink beer. So,
okay.
So after the show, we'll drink beer. But, yeah, so we're going to just roll through this.
As sober as Bigdog is going to be.
So check this out. I'm looking online.
He got real serious.
And I see that Rob Zombie is going to direct and produce the Munsters.
Yes.
Remember the show, The Munsters?
Yes, he's going to make a movie of the Munsters.
He's going to be cutting people's heads off and killing people.
I was trying to find, because I actually was going to bring that up too because of the movies, but I was trying to find more information on that. So I honestly don't think anything is like set in stone yet as far as like a cast, a script, or anything like that, because there's nothing. I didn't see anything online. The only thing I saw was that yes, Rob Zombie confirmed on his Instagram page that he will be directing the Munsters. And he said he's been trying to do this. This is what he's been waiting for 20 years. He's been wanting to do this. So
I'm sure he has. I mean, it was a great show on television.
It was an awesome show. Yeah, and I'm sincerely hoping that he's not going to turn it into like House of a Thousand Corpses where they're all killing people. Because the Munsters.
Murdering everybody.
Because the Munsters was just cute and fun and light and everything. You know, it was nice. So we all know how Rob Zombie is. So, and I like horror movies, so I will, you know, of course, obviously I like horror movies.
He's a busy guy.
But I'm hoping that he doesn't turn it into like a blood and gore fest, and he kind of keeps it cute with the Munsters. But we'll see, because like I say, I haven't found any other information other than him confirming that yes, he's going to do it. So we'll see. We'll see. We shall see.
And if he does it, it'll be amazing.
I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see what direction he goes with it. I'm sure I'll watch it no matter what, just to see, but I'm curious. Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, Rob Zombie now, LA Rats.
Yes.
Doing the thing with Nikki and John Five and the drummer. And I think, man, who knows? Wouldn't that be something to see LA Rats on tour? I mean, what the fuck?
It'd probably be good.
Yeah,
I mean, they'd be good.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see that.
I think Rob Zombie also has a new album out, and it was some weird, long, convoluted type title, Kool-Aid, something or other, blah, blah, blah. And I haven't heard anything from that new album.
No.
So I know he's got some new music out. So
Well, you just checked out Ellie Rath doing I've Been
that was
Everywhere.
it. But he does,
And it's good.
yeah,
It's good.
he does have something else out new.
Should be interesting to see what happens now that they're opening up venues and they're getting bands to play live again. Queensryche's out. There's going to be a lot of bands that are out playing live. Offspring. There's a lot of different
Offspring
bands that are
will be
going
out
to be
too.
doing, different live shows now that they're getting the green light. You got Joan Jett. You got Lita Ford. You have Tesla. Come on, man. I mean, finally we get to see these bands. Finally.
Yep.
And for them, that's how they make their living. So it's cool.
I'm sure they're happy.
They're getting a chance to get out. Now, we got a movie review tonight. Now, this movie, I don't know, because I didn't go by the theater where you're watching it, sitting in there watching it, so I didn't know. Usually when I walk by and I hear you in there like, what a piece of crap or whatever, I know the movie review is not going to be good.
I was sitting there watching it. I was undecided if I liked it at the time, if it was interesting or just dumb and stuff. So
we got that coming later. Big Dog's douchebag of the week.
Yes.
Should we get into that?
Do you want to get into that now?
I'd love to. I've been
do it.
itching to do that.
Let's do it.
Here's the deal. I love watching women's championship softball, college, so,
Yes,
the World
college.
Series. I love it. I watch it every year because the women are way more tougher than the dudes.
They're definitely.
Yeah, they are
definitely.
so much more aggressive and tougher. No doubt about that.
Yes.
So I love watching that softball, the World Series and all this stuff. The douchebag of the week has to go to that damn,
all the umps.
umpifier. No, the ump behind the plate. He's calling strikes when they're way out of the, not even a strike. I mean, that happens a lot. And there's no replay and nothing. So you can't contradict what he says. So he's calling these strikes and it's like, it's not a strike. It's not a strike. And they show it in slow motion replay and it's not a strike. So my douchebag of the week has got to be the umps of the Women's College World Series. They just don't get a strike ever.
They're not consistent between
Ever.
each game, between each pitch. I mean, they're just all over the fucking place, depending on the team.
And I think the coach of Oklahoma lit him up. You got to be consistent, So that's my douchebag. I couldn't really pick anyone else. I think it was me watching that series because I watched the series, and I'm watching these guys and gals, because there's gals as umpires, calling strikes when they're balls. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or vice versa, too,
Yeah,
depending on the team.
It's terrible. You were watching it with me the other day.
Oh, yeah. Some of them, they are not consistent whatsoever. And how come they don't have replay? Because they show it. They show the replay on TV.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, so we all see it, and if it's a bad call, it's a bad call, but then that's it. Nothing happens. Like, they won't overturn it or anything.
So
and that's crazy.
Big Dog's douchebag of the week is the umpire for the Women's College World Series.
Yep. Okay. That
I think
makes
that's
sense.
pretty good.
Yes,
Don't
definitely.
get me wrong. I love watching that. The girls just go off. They're more aggressive. You know what? When you watch a sport like baseball,
Major League
Baseball, what a bunch of candy asses. Give me a break.
They won't even reach out for a ball. They're like,
I'm a millionaire. I don't care.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
They get paid no matter what.
When you watch the girls play, they're playing.
Yes.
They're playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they won't get paid
And
for it.
I can see your nieces doing that.
I could too.
Aggressive.
The oldest
Yeah.
one played softball. Hopefully
yeah.
she'll keep it up.
Aggressive. So it's cool. I watch it every year. But that's my douchebag. So, yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
But next week, I got a whole different douchebag.
I'm sure you're thinking of
Yeah.
a whole other people.
A
Yeah.
whole other douchebag.
Yep.
Yep. Big Dog AC show. Appreciate you listening. Razor Sharp Studios are looking awesome. Hey, snacks is coming.
Yes.
He's coming next week.
Next weekend, I think.
He's gonna make some snacks.
Yeah, it'll be a fun show.
It will. And now he's taking up singing.
Oh no.
So he's gonna.
I don't know that's what that's called.
He's gonna. We're looking forward to him coming.
It'll be fun. Yes. Oh, Kitty's here. Hi, Kitty.
The rock and roll kid
Hey.
rises from the ash.
She's right here.
Yep.
What you doing?
Big Dog AC Show. Thanks for listening. We're gonna go through these pictures. We had these pictures. Pulled them out earlier, and one of them is me and the guitar player for Skid Row. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool picture.
Yeah. Where's that from?
I think that's from the Warfield in San Francisco many years ago.
Oh, okay. And
Nice guy. Hell of a nice guy.
Really?
Yeah, they're all nice. Except Brad Whitford from Aerosmith. He was like a dick. He was a dick. He was a dick, I said, hey, you got my Sharpie? He goes, I'm a millionaire. I don't need your Sharpie.
Well, so where's my fucking Sharpie
Where's
then?
my Sharpie then? Where'd it go?
He must be.
Yeah.
He's a klepto.
So
He
early in
kept
my radio career, we had an opportunity to play softball against Great White. And,
Which is random, you
This
think.
is just
But
out of the gate. So there's a picture of me and lead singer of Great White. Yeah.
any particular story about that?
I think I was playing first base. He ran up and jumped on my back. And I was like, what are you doing?
Get off me.
Get off me. Anyways, that was very cool. It was really what the best part about that whole game was watching our program director. He was a dickhead. Break his collarbone diving for a ball.
Ouch.
They took him to the hospital. Everybody didn't care.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Ow.
No, nobody cared because he was a dick. So anyways,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
But it was cool to play Great White because they played with Asphalt Ballet in Watsonville, California. And we went up to that. So
Beer drinking.
you gotta have one of those. The next picture here, me and Stephen Piercy from Rat.
Where was that at?
It was a club in Sunnyvale, California, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was very cool to meet him. He was a nice guy. There, he was already.
Is he the one that we met one time?
Yeah, we went over to that casino
Yeah.
in the limo,
And that was in Lemoore, I think,
Lemoore, something
California.
like that. Yeah, so we met him there. He was very cool. Nice
That's
guy.
right. He was nice.
Yeah. Next picture I got right here. I'm wearing my Megadeth shirt. What the fuck am I doing wearing that? Anyways, Carlos Cavasio, the guitar player for Quiet Riot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Was he a nice guy?
Oh, he was awesome. They're all nice guys, They're human long before.
Well, you hope that they remember that because
Yeah.
a lot of them,
Well,
when they get that successful,
let
they're
me just say, when I got to meet David Lee Roth wasn't human, man. He was out of this world. He was so cool, though. It was great.
And see, we just watched something
Yeah.
about Van Halen, and they're talking about the breakup of David Lee Roth,
Right,
and then with
right.
Sammy, and then they brought
Yeah.
David back, Diamond Dave, and they had issues. But when you met him, he was
Very
cool as
nice.
shit.
He was a great guy. Gave me me and him have a Jack Daniels on the rocks. Just a cool dude. He's a really nice guy. Big Ed was his manager, or his guy. Took me back there. When I saw Dave, I was like, oh, fuck. I mean, Daily Rock. Come on. It was awesome. And the thing about that show was I couldn't get none of my friends to go with me. None of my tattoo guys that do my tattoos. Nobody wanted to go meet David Lee Roth. I'm all, are you fucking kidding me?
That's insane.
And the next day, I'm hanging with the crew in Concord, California. And nobody wanted to go to that. I mean, what? I'm talking to Nikki, we're chilling. Makes me wonder what people are thinking.
yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Jeez.
Yep.
If I knew you back then, I would have gone.
I know. You've been in my hotel
I
room.
probably would have gotten in trouble.
Yeah, you
with
would have.
them.
Yeah. Next picture.
Okay.
I'm working at K-Rock. Program director comes up to me and says, hey, Big Dog, you need to go out and buy some German beer. I said, German beer? He's out, get German beer. I'm on, why? He's all, because Mike Trent from White Lion's coming in. I'm like, okay. I get some German beer. Me and him are drinking some German beer. He's playing his guitar. It was awesome. It was killer.
Is he Dutch? or something? Or was...
I don't know, but he enjoyed the German beer.
Okay. Okay.
It was really cool. I mean, he played some songs. I had to bring some, at that time I was in a band, so I had to bring some of my mixing boards in to mix his guitars in and play music and stuff like that. So back in the day, though, terrestrial radio was just amazing.
That was just a big
cool.
party, too, sometimes.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it was, yeah. I could tell you a lot of stories.
Well, that's why we're here. We're to listen to all your stories.
Next picture.
So that's a note.
Hanging out with Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. Don't remember where this show was. I think it might have been the Warfield in San Francisco. I'm not sure, but it was cool to actually hang with that guy.
And he was nice, too.
He was very nice. He was crazy as a loon.
Was he?
Yeah. It was wild, man.
Like how?
Yeah,
Like
he was
what?
just a front man. I mean, he's a guy. If I had a band, he's the guy I want in the front.
So were all kinds of women hanging around?
I don't know.
Or were you guys kind of off to the side?
We were kind of hanging out and talking.
How tight were his pants, though? That's what I want to know.
I'm sure you do. So the next picture I got.
Oh, no answer. Okay.
You know what? They all have their weenies hanging out in their pants. AC just wants to see the balls. He don't care. Oh my God.
Oh, God. That's funny.
That's beautiful.
That's funny.
Next picture is me and Ted Nugent hanging out.
Talk about crazy.
Yeah, that was very nice. I met him years before that at the Warfield in San Francisco. I met him. He was just cool. Armored Saint opened up for him. So I got to hang out with Armored Saint.
But Ted was nice. He wasn't...
Ted's
like,
cool.
he used to have his own show,
Yeah.
reality show recently. Well, a
He
few years
still
ago,
does.
whatever.
He still probably has his own show, but he was very nice, very cool. Many years ago, I met him in San Francisco. Armored Saint opened up. It was killer. Killer, and he's still just a great guy. I mean, he has his own views of what he does, but he's just a great guitar player and a rock guy.
Yeah.
I remember seeing him at the Cow Palace in San Francisco like in 78, 90, 80, something, swinging across the stage on a rope.
Wild. He is crazy.
This picture right here, and we're going to post these.
Yes.
We're going to post them. Ronnie James Dio. For me, to meet him was amazing. I thought that him singing for Black Sabbath, to me, was it. You know, you got Heaven and Hell, Mob Rules. I think they were just heavy. It was great. I love Black Sabbath. I love the old Black Sabbath. But when Ronnie stepped in, it just made it a whole other dynamic. It was amazing.
Yes. I mean, I love
it
all
was
his
great.
stuff. Yeah.
And I love Dio, and I loved him Holy Diver. I mean, Vivian Campbell, 17 years old, shredding the fuck out of the guitar. It'll never happen again. We don't get that anymore.
No.
No. This picture right here is kind of the one, you know, backstage at Typo Negative. And Peter Steele, chilling with him.
He's not around anymore either,
No,
just
he's
like
not.
Ronnie James Dio is not
He's
around.
not either. So he was just a big guy, huge. He's standing next to me.
And you're 6'3".
I'm 6'3", and he's eating a banana and drinking a carton of milk. And I just looked at him and said, "So do you write when you're on the road?" And he looks at me, he's all, "Not conducive." I thought he was going to skull drag my shit out of the backstage. So.
But in the picture, he's hugging you.
He's hugging
or he's
me in
like
the
got his
picture.
arm around you.
Well, we're
at
gonna
least.
post this stuff, so
Yeah.
we're gonna put it up. So yeah, it was awesome though. He was very cool. I got to meet the rest of the band and hang out a little bit.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like to do, and I think we talked about that on the first show, is brag. I don't want to brag. I'm not bragging. I'm just bringing up some memories, bands and stuff that, you know, I was just as much in awe of being there as anybody else would be. But, you know, it's just something that I don't think I'll ever forget. And
Well, yeah, you
hanging out with these guys.
You had the opportunity to meet a lot of these people that none of us will ever.
I was hanging out with Scott Whelan, chilling out with that guy. Mm-hmm. Just a great guy. I mean, these guys, not only are they rock stars, but they're also human beings. Mm-hmm. So when I did an interview with them in the day, I didn't talk about their personal life. I mean, I did an interview with Tommy Lee. I think it was Generation Swine album they're playing. I did an interview with him. I didn't ask him about all that bullshit that everybody else asked him about. Pam Lee video and all this shit. I wanted to know what he played through, his gear, what's music meaning, and all. He thanked me for that. I'm sure he was tired of it, Mm-hmm. So, I think I just had to do it a different way back in the day. And if I could be on terrestrial radio right now, I wouldn't do it without you.
Oh, jeez.
Big Dog AC
Thanks.
Show doing mornings on K-Fuck.
That would be perfect. That would be perfect. We got to buy a station and then call it K-Fuck.
I guarantee you all the rock stars are going to be on our show with us. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it was
That's funny.
It was interesting, but I just made sure I didn't touch what everybody else touched,
Well, yeah, because they get enough of that. That's for sure.
Oh, fuck yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure they appreciated it.
It was cool, man. It was cool. A lot of them thanked me for not asking the same old bullshit questions they get all the time.
Yeah.
Because one of the guys that worked at the station was like, "Are you going to ask him about Pam Lee and all this?" I'm like, "No. What is your drum kit? What do you play through? What do you do? How do you guys?"
How big is your dick? Oh, wait, no. People
No,
used to ask him that all the time. People used to ask him that all the time.
I'm sure. And I didn't ask him that. Because
Okay.
if I asked him how big his dick was,
You'd probably find out.
I'd be the number one radio. I'd be the number one radio station on
He'd probably show you. Here you go.
Big Dog
See
AC
it.
Show. AC is thinking about cock.
Gee. I don't know if I'd say that specifically.
I would.
That's funny. Okay, well.
So,
Now, how do you segue into something else after that? That's funny.
movie review.
Movie review, but I do have Ask AC. Are we going to do that now, or do we want to do it after?
I'll tell you what. We'll do the movie review,
Okay.
and then we'll do Ask AC.
Okay, that sounds good. See, we're going over this right now as we're like on the air.
Yeah, because she says
On
she
our
wants
recording.
me to do this, and then she don't even know what the hell's going. Perfect. This all works out. It does.
Works out. Jeez.
All right. AC's movie review coming up.
It's AC's movie review.
Oh, I keep saying I'm not going to talk about that intro, but you know what? I still appreciate having my own intro. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you're awesome. So you need your own intro.
I do deserve my own intro,
Yeah, you
so we agree on that part. Okay.
Big Dog AC Show movie review. What's the movie?
It's called Mercy Black. I saw it on Netflix. It's from 2019. It's a TV 14 movie. So I thought it was going to be a little more graphic, but it wasn't. But this is under horror, mystery, and thriller. And from the IMDb page, it says a woman is sent to a mental institution after stabbing her classmate in an attempt to conjure an evil spirit called Mercy Black. 15 years later, she's released and must save her nephew, who has also become obsessed with the phenomenon. Okay, so, as Big Dog makes a bunch of noise over there. So, Mercy Black.
Sorry, I was just digging around for a book.
Yeah, a book. I watched this finally because it kept popping up on Netflix and it looks so scary. And they make these trailers look so much better than the actual movie. This movie was okay. It was not gory, or it says it was horror, but to me it was not horror whatsoever. The story in the beginning seemed like it was okay. It was kind of interesting because, we do watch the the crime stuff on Investigation Discovery and all that kind of stuff, like the murder stuff. So the idea was kind of interesting. So this is basically this woman, it's a, like they say, she gets out of a mental institution. So 15 years prior to this, her and one of her friends takes another friend into like the woodsy area, and they're going to sacrifice her to, well, this says evil spirit, but technically they didn't think she was an evil spirit. They thought Mercy Black was almost like a guardian angel type thing, that she would help take your pain away. So like the main character, her mom was dying of some illness or whatever, so she was just felt alone and felt really sad, and she wanted Mercy Black to help take that pain away and basically to help, save her mom. And then the other friend, you find out later, thinking she probably was abused by her father, because she made reference to times that she would go out with her dad, just them two, to go out hunting. And the way she said it made it sound like there was an issue, And her mom, you meet her mom later, and her mom's oblivious to what the fuck's going on. So I can see that happening. So she had her own trauma and pain. So, they're trying to call this Mercy Black, and she's supposed to help take all that away and, make their lives better and all that stuff. But they had to have a sacrifice. So then they get caught, I guess, basically. And so they send them, the two girls, to the institution, because they tried to kill their friend, or tried to kill their friend. And so then the main character, she gets out 15 years later. She goes to, and this is another thing. Okay, she goes to live with her sister, which I appreciate, because her sister's really the only one in this town that wants to take her in, because she obviously tried to kill somebody, and they're like, I don't want to touch her, deal with her or whatever.
So if your sister was going to do that, would you take her in?
I would take my sister in.
You would? Mm-hmm. She looks like she can kill somebody sometimes, too.
If she was released from a mental institution, I would say, come live with us.
I just remember being over there on Easter doing the masa, what's it called?
Masa's father.
Yeah. And I couldn't get out the door. She was tackling me, keeping me from getting the masa fada.
Because that shit's precious.
I know.
That's precious shit.
She took it out of my bag before I could leave. So
I know. Oh my God.
So you got her
she's
back.
Crazy. She's already crazy.
You got her back.
Yeah, she's already.
She got 3 girls.
Well, yeah, she's definitely crazy.
That's crazy.
But yes, I would have her back. I would have her back. So her sister, and you have to hand it to her sister though, throughout this whole movie, she is very supportive of her. Even when things start to happen and start to go wrong and you're not sure, and definitely the sister doesn't believe in this Mercy Black character. So she really thinks that her sister was probably crazy at the time or manipulated by this other friend. But she still stood by her. She accepted her into the house. It was really cool. But she goes back. Okay, they're living in the same house that they grew up in. So like the mom died. Okay. Mom died. And that's my phone. Sorry. The mom died. The dad took off. I guess they never saw the dad again. So then she's got the old house. But then this is where they bring this lady back after 15 years. She tried to kill somebody. They bring her back to the same fucking house. And this house is fucking creepy as fuck. It's like, oh, here's your room. And it's so fucking, it's like a typical horror movie. Like if you brought me up to this room, I'd be like, I'm not fucking staying here. Are you fucking crazy? It's a typical horror movie room, I wouldn't feel secure in there. There's no safety. It's just fucking weird. So anyways, so that was weird. That was like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you coming back to the same house? So then she stays there for a while. And the sister has a son, but then the dad, I guess, took off or whatever. She got a new boyfriend. So the new boyfriend knows who her sister is, the one that's just getting out of the institution, knows that she's in the house. And so he comes over to meet her. And of course, he immediately talks to her about all that shit because he's like a horror fan or a true crime fan. And he ultimately is trying to write his own book about the Mercy Black situation. So he's trying to get all get her on his side so that he can get like all the behind the scenes type shit so he can write this story and make a bunch of money. He makes a pass at her when his girlfriend's gone, so there's problems. So then he ends up getting what he deserves later. But then, okay, through this whole movie, you're wondering, is this Mercy Black? Is she like a real paranormal thing? Or is she just a figment of this girl's imagination and were they all just kind of crazy when they tried to kill this girl and whatever? So you're kind of wondering. So part of that is kind of interesting. You know, it kind of kept me like, oh, okay, well, is this going to be like she's just crazy, or is this going to be like there's a real paranormal situation? Because there are certain scenes coming, you know, in and out that it looks like it's a paranormal person, like you're not sure a paranormal phenomenon. And then her nephew who's living in the house is also seeing Mercy Black. So it's like, is he seeing it because she's there? Like the aunt, I guess, would be his aunt that came from the mental institution. So is Mercy Black following her, and then she's in the house and now infecting the boy, or what? You know, so it's like you're kind of questioning the whole situation. And there is a slight kind of twist, I suppose, that's, you know, kind of like, oh, okay, oh, is that what's going on? So then you're like, well, is this really paranormal? So I'm still not sure. And I don't know, some stuff happens without me getting too much into it in case anybody wants to watch it, because I think it is still popular. It's on, you know, from 2019, still pretty recent.
You're doing a movie review. Just get into it. Fuck, you're already into it.
Well,
you got me on the edge of my seat over here. Just fucking do it, AC.
Well, I don't want to say the one thing specific, but I will say some of the events that look like it might be the paranormal thing are not. It's a person that is trying to manipulate the lady that came out of the mental institution. So trying to bring her back to that situation, that state of mind, because she's been told all her life, or the past 15 years, that Mercy Black isn't real, and this is just a figment of your imagination.
What's the name of the movie?
Mercy Black.
Mercy Black.
Mercy Black.
How many beers? What do you got? What do you got?
Okay, I had to think about this because on one hand, it was some things were interesting. On the other hand, it was like, oh my God, really fucking stupid. So,
Nice.
so I'm only gonna give it 2.5 and
What?
5. Yes, because honestly, it wasn't horror though, like it said. There was no gore. Like at the very, very, very end, as you think things are kind of done, like she's come to terms with the whole situation,
right? And
she's like, I'm not going to believe in this anymore, and I'm taking control of my life, and, you know, fuck you, Mercy Black, kind of thing.
That's right.
Then something happens, and you're like, oh shit. So then that was kind of like crazy, like, oh, okay then. So
2.5.
2.5. Because,
Wow.
you know, it wasn't scary, though. It just wasn't scary. There was shit that was going on that maybe if people are edgy about it, maybe they think it was scary. Like, there's always that little door that's like I'm sorry, everybody. Just deep side. He's falling asleep. There's always that little fucking, like, attic door, or that door that's on the top of the stairs that's off to the side. It's not like a full stand-up door. It's like a little tiny door that kind of creaks open, and you're
Kind of like Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
The animated thing.
yeah. No, but there's always that one little thing that's like, what the fuck is that? It's like, why are you staying there when that shit's going on? It's just so crazy. But no, okay, 2.5 out of 5. It was okay, but it was far from great. It was okay.
2.5.
2.5.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Big Dog AC Show. You just got the movie review. I hope you liked it. Hey, Snacks is coming.
Yes.
Gonna be in the studio in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Can't wait to get him in here.
Yeah, I'm curious what snacks he's going to make for us.
He said he was going to throw some like artichoke stuff. I don't know what it was.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We shall see.
We have an artichoke plant in the front of the house.
Yeah, someone had planted that before.
I know. I thought it was a weed.
And there's a whole bunch of artichokes on it.
Appreciate you listening. We're going to talk about Ask AC. Here's the deal. We just started this thing where if you have a question, personal, anything, ask AC because she has all the answers.
I have all the answers.
Every one of them. Even when she's sleeping, she's got them.
Yeah, you can ask me and I'll probably still be able to answer.
Yeah. In the morning. Anyways.
Oh my God.
We have one. Ask AC. What is it?
Okay. So this comes from, I'll say her name, Alexis.
Yes.
She's a recent graduate. She just graduated over the week, or she had her party over the weekend. So she just recently graduated from college. So that's very exciting. So apparently at her graduation party, she's been having some beverages.
Yes.
And so she's asking a cure for hangover and what to do for pre-gaming before drinking. Okay. So first of all, if I knew a surefire cure for hangovers, I'd be a fucking millionaire.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can only tell you what may or may not 100% works for me, but sometimes works for me. And it also depends on what you're drinking. So, okay, for me, if it's basically beer, let's just say beer. If you drink, try to drink as much water as you can before you go to sleep. And then also take some ibuprofen, Advil, whatever. I feel like that works pretty good. You have to make sure you're hydrated, especially right before you go to bed. It would really be helpful if in between beers you had some water. I've tried doing that before. And yes, it does help, but obviously you don't get as drunk. So that's like, you know.
No matter what, you're going to feel shitty. It doesn't matter.
Yes, but it lessens it.
Yeah.
But also you don't get as drunk. So, I mean, that's probably part of why, why it works.
Yeah.
So for sure, drink as much water as you can. It also helps, I think, if you, I don't know. Because see, sometimes if I eat and then after I've been drinking, I eat, go sleep, sometimes I wake up even worse.
Yeah.
And where
you got a food hangover.
Yeah. So then if I go like just straight to sleep, drink water, whatever, and don't eat, I almost feel better the next day. But then of course you still got to eat the fatty food.
So if you had sex, you know you're drinking. If you had sex, would you feel better?
I don't know, because is the guy drinking too? Because sometimes they can't get it up after they've been drinking. So I don't know how that's going to work. That's going to work.
There's your answer.
Well, that was a question. You asked me a question.
Well, I just threw it out there.
So seriously, I mean, it depends. And wine, it doesn't matter what I do. I have a fucking hangover. I have a headache so bad. It doesn't matter. So I haven't figured out a cure for that yet.
Right.
Yeah, that's really what I've tried to do. Just drink as much water as you can before you go to bed, because it's really, you're dehydrated, you get the headache.
Right.
That's all that's about.
Exactly.
So and pre-gaming, eat food.
Just show up and start drinking.
Yeah, try to eat some food before you really get into it, I guess. And drink a lot of water before, and that's really it. I mean, geez, there's just not a whole lot. Everybody's different. Drink water, take ibuprofen. I mean, what do you think?
What do I think?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't eat. I don't like to eat before I drink because I want the full effect of what I'm drinking.
Yes, I know. Don't do it, Bigdog.
Because it's it costs a lot of money to drink. Uh-huh. They're ripping your ass up and down taxes.
So you don't want to waste it.
I'm gonna have some drinks if I want to drink, and I don't drink all the time. When I want to drink, I want to drink. So
you will not eat. You will just.
I'll eat later.
Yeah.
I'll eat later.
A lot later.
Yeah. So I think that. If you're going to have some fun and party, you should be able to do that.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's another thing then. So also to help you know what, when you are drinking, if you have some little nibbles and you want to eat things here and there,
Some little nibbles.
crackers or something.
All right, Alexis.
Alexis, I'm sorry.
Ask AC.
Yeah,
There we go.
that was not a definite answer because there isn't one for that. I mean, all I can tell you is what has worked for me sometimes, and sometimes it does not work. It just depends on what you're drinking.
All right.
How about that?
That's great. And we are going to step off unless you got something else. What do you got? Anything?
No, that was
That's it?
kind of it. I mean,
That's it.
I don't know if that's going to help anybody with their hangover.
We have snacks coming in the studio in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We may have his friend coming with him.
Maybe.
Maybe. So it'll be great. We appreciate you listening. Big Dog AC Show. Thank you very much. We'll be doing another show next weekend. And another show.
Another show.
And another show. And another show.
Check us out on all the platforms.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you have any nominees for the Big Dog's Douchebag of the Week,
Yes.
email us or message us or direct message, Instagram, whatever.
I had to pick the umpires
Right.
of the Women's College World Series.
Right.
They don't know a strike from wiping their ass.
Nice.
So,
That's nice. So if anybody out there has a nominee for next week, let us know. And then if you have any questions for me, obviously I know how to answer them all completely and fully to the best of my ability. So email us about that, message, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Check us out on everything. We're all over.
we're everywhere.